Hey guys, welcome to another episode of Crypto Esoterica. This is a channel, part of Crypto Casual, but Esoterica is really understanding the energy behind everything. In order for us to be alive or anything living, be it digital as we perceive, or if it's just our lives, everything's always moving, nothing's stagnant. It's all static, it's excited energy, and if you're not excited about your life, then who's not making it exciting? It's you. So here on Crypto Esoterica, it's basically understanding who you are and what you are, so then you can make more informed decisions, more mature decisions, because you're taking responsibility for all your thoughts, actions, and emotions. We don't play the blame game anymore. We don't look outside ourselves in the exoteric and project our own internal representation on other people, places, or things. We need to take that energy back in and claim it and own it as ourselves. And so Crypto Esoterica basically helps us understand the framework of our own psyche. And then that way, when you understand you and how you operate, it's the same exact energy that's operating cryptocurrencies. It's a consciousness. And so all humans are having to, in essence, deal with all the stuff they've been pushing down for decades or years or whatever. And it's coming to the surface to deal with because it's trying to educate you consciously to a higher frequency. And higher frequencies is all about helping each other, building communities. And it's very important, even within the crypto university, we'll call it, is that communities are big. Communities are bringing people together like never before. Internet brought people together, but this is bringing people of like mind. And most of it has to do with libertarianism or just freedom. And we're learning how to understand to free ourselves from our own mind. And once we free ourselves from our mind, then we can free ourselves from financial systems or any other systems that we see as separate than us, our health, wealth, or love. And so if your relationships are not working well, then you're not going to have a good relationship with cryptocurrency or money, because it's a relationship. And if you're not good at relationships, anything that you go into together with, be it crypto or money or whatever, you're not going to have a good relationship. So if that makes sense, so Crypto Esoterica basically is just a spirituality, a consciousness, and we are understanding that it's just electricity, it's just energy. And so I'm going to bring you a lot of knowledge. If you're hungry for the real truth out there, which is your truth, not my truth or anyone else's truth, but if you're hungry for your own truth, then that's what I'm going to bring you, some information or frameworks that will help you maybe dive or delve deeper into yourself. And for those who are thirsty for an elixir, a mystery to knowledge that maybe you haven't had access to before in the traditional legacy systems, and most of those legacy systems are ran by someone who likes to govern your mind or governments. Again, no wrong or right. We're not here to blame or fault anything. They're just a system. And so once you're ready to quit living off the teat of the governing mind system, and you're ready to jump out of the nest and create your own create your own life and be responsible for your own existence, and that's when you're ready to start making financial decisions, relationship decisions, because they're coming from your core, and core is the root word to heart. So the core is also soul, and so basically dealing with the soul is dealing with the soul of who you are, the essence of who you are, the esotericism of who you are. Does that make sense? So the more you know your internal operations system, right, your iOS, if you will, it helps you understand you a lot better, and then you'll be able to relate to other people better, because now you're relating to yourself. If you want to love someone better, then you got to love yourself first. You can't pretend to be in a relationship and love someone or say, I love you, because really the core of where that love is coming from is a projection of your own love for yourself. So if you don't love yourself, then all your relationships are going to go south. So basically what I'm teaching is just, it's energy-based coaching for yourself, but it also is the same energy that creates cryptocurrency. So we want to make sure we have a loving relationship with our cryptocurrency. If a cryptocurrency is not working out with me, then I'm going to take from it what it was able to provide me with, and then if it's not providing me with it, if it's not treating me well anymore, then I'm going to go ahead and move away, i.e. I'm just going to sell it. I don't care what profit or not profit, if it's not working for me in my own strategy, and strategy is a key to all of this, is if you don't have that strategy, then you won't know when to release that coin or divorce that coin. We need to learn and understand how we communicate. So you need to create a strategy, a core strategy. Again, the core is who you are. So you need to create a strategy of how you're going to present this out. Passion is all about passing ions. The word passion with the ion at the end is just how do you pass energy to other people. So if you're not very passionate, then the energy that you're passing on or through you, other people are going to feel that, and they're just not going to want to hang with you, right? Because it's not confident energy. And so by being confident in yourself, because you have the core values, you created your core values. No one can put those on you but you. Core values are, what do you stand for, right? What is your truth, right? And it can adapt over the years and it can mature, but you got to come up with your own core values. Because once you understand the core of things, then you can understand the core of cryptocurrency, because it's just your projection of what you think crypto is. When we finally take that word passion and we relate with it, then we have compassion, right? And if you take the ion off for a moment, just have the com in the past, we end up with compass. So now you have a clearer direction. Where do you want to go with crypto? Where do you want to go with your life? All this is you are the captain of your own vessel. And if you don't know how to sail that vessel, if you don't know how to stream through the ecospheres, and if you're lost within yourself, you're going to be lost in crypto. And then you're going to blame crypto when you lose thousands of dollars, right? You're going to blame that person in a relationship, right? You're going to blame that other person. But we grow from these other people. Whoever you date or whoever you are in a relationship with, again, we got to relate. Relationship is relate to the ion of the ship or the vessel to other people. So this ship, this vessel, these ions, the way I pass them, the way I enter a relationship with someone, do our ions, our ships sail in the same ocean, or are we on totally different seas? And so when you understand your own core value, or if you don't understand your core values, then you got to start reframing the way you perceive who you are. And the way we can best understand who we are is the way you're reflecting yourself on other people or places or things. So if you hate or blame other people, then you need to put an I statement in front of that. Instead of saying them or they, you need to bring it back in. And this is about taking responsibility for your thoughts and actions and emotions. So anytime you start projecting outside or in the exoteric, you need to bring it back into the I statement, like, I'm doing this, I'm the one who's screwing up, I'm this, I'm the one who lost money. When you can own that, then you are the owner of your own ship. And so now you have your own ship, your vessel, now your ions are recalibrated, and now you can relate to other people. And now you can have a good relationship. Now you have direction. Now you can tell your life where to go. And when you have that direction, you have sails. You have electromagnetic sails. And you can open up to the cosmic seas, and those cosmic seas, right, will bring you into a vast, enormous space. And it's all unadulterated. It hasn't been formed yet. So it's up to you to give it form. And the way you're going to give it form is by directing, right? Direct the ions. If you want direction in your life, then you have to direct the energy that's just sitting there. It's an open cosmic sea. And how do you want to sail on this cosmic sea is going to be totally 100% on you and you alone. No one else can steer your boat. If you allow others to steer your boat and they crash it and you blame them, that's on you. So we want to be able to navigate and negotiate any seas, be it a relationship sea, a cryptocurrency sea, right? A financial sea. You are the captain of all these cells. You are the captain of your own vessel. And if you can't even relate to yourself, you're not going to be able to prosperously and with wisdom navigate any direction in your life. So it's very important you start reframing this energy. Understand that there is what we're going to call a panoptic perspective, panoptic, panacea, pantheon, the expansion of ions to where now you can go into the expansion that we're all having to deal with, that's pushing all of our shit to the surface. We're having to deal with that. We're having to relate again to ourselves for the first time. Stuff you've buried, stuff you've blamed others for and just buried deep down, your body's going to bring that energy up. Why? Because the new consciousness is a higher, faster frequency. And what is cryptocurrency? It's Internet 3.0. It's more secure. It's faster. Right? Is that making sense now? So if you want to be faster at slowing down, or faster at making more money, or faster in getting a relationship that you like, then it's up to you to navigate and negotiate that. But you have to reframe everything in your head, right? The way you perceive life. Everything outside of you is only your internal representation of yourself. So if you get on the hype, if you don't have your own power, then someone recommends a coin and you go hop on that coin, because you bought it at its peak, and then all of a sudden it drops 50%, and you're like, oh, I lost money, I better pull it out now. Well, you don't understand the relationship then of cryptocurrency or any other relationship. There's going to be ups and downs, but I don't tie my emotions. Emotions are just emote ions, right? So how I emote energy is not psychological. It's ones and zeros. Does that make sense? The vessel, the boat that the captain's sailing in is just a vessel. And it's up to the captain. The captain is the soul of that vessel. That vessel just sits in a dock. If it's just docked, it's not a boat. Does it make sense? A boat is, its essence is to sail. And once you walk into that boat, you become the soul. And now that vessel has a soul. Now the boat takes the commands from the commander. And if you're not the commander of your own life, then you're not going to be able to command money coming towards you, right? Because it's just electromagnetism. Again, we talked about it in past videos. Money is just energy, right? If you come from a lack mentality, if you are scared to sail those seas during the tumultuous times, then you're not going to be able to negotiate the ups and downs of cryptocurrency or in a relationship. So what we're always working on, and I'll give you one key, is just reflection. Right? Everything you think is coming from you. So anything outside of you that you say is something, it is just a mirror. Every person, place, or thing in your life is just a mirror for you. And if you're open to finally listening to yourself and being open-hearted and unfolding that moment, having the courage to stand there in your presence and say, hey, I'm this, right? And it may not feel good at first, but once you take that energy and say, you know what, let's reframe this. Instead of saying I'm not good enough, I can reframe that and say, you know what? I'm not perfect, but I can improve. See, now we take a ceiling off. Now we can definitely open up another cell and we can move faster. But if you're only a one-cell vessel, you're not going to go very far very fast. But if you want to adopt to the new consciousness, which is very fast, I can barely keep up with the cryptocurrencies. And I spend 6, 7, 8 hours a day. It's just a hobby. It's fun, but it's changing so rapidly. But if I don't have the adaptability to navigate my ship during these, we'll call them deluges, these floods of information, then you're going to panic and freak out, right? But if you are a good captain, you have been trained, you have trained yourself to be able to handle the rough times, the rough seas that come at you, be it in a relationship or money. Because we know cyclical, everything goes up and everything goes down. A wave goes up, a wave goes down. And then when you can handle a lot of waves at one time, then it becomes normal. But when you learn something new, and if you're open to learning something new about yourself, and you have compassion, then you'll be able to pass your energy to other people, right? And not trying to prove yourself or have them prove themselves to you. I don't need anyone proving themselves to me. I'm not trying to get anyone to like or dislike me. That's on the other person, right? If they want to get to know me, then let's have a conversation. We're going to have a converse of ions. We're going to see if our ions coalesce. Do they bond? Do they have a bond? Right? Within time, you will create bonds. And those bonds will exponentially pay you rewards back if you're willing to dedicate yourself and take a vow to yourself that you're going to be better. You're going to have a best relationship with yourself. When you choose to have the relationship best with you, then everyone around you will begin to feel those currents. And that currency, that cryptocurrency, will begin flowing your way. Because now you're the master of that current, and all those cryptos that you choose will go exponential. Now we will have rough seas every now and then, but I'm not going to blame the seas for my inability to sail. It means if I hit a hard patch of water or currents, then that is a learning opportunity. That is an experience that's going to only make me grow and become better. I'm not going to bitch at it. I may be angry in the moment, but it's me fighting. And as long as I have fight with me, then I'll always improve. I'll always grow. My relationships will grow. Does that make sense? Because I'm always growing. If I'm not choosing to consciously grow, then everyone around me is just going to be, we'll call them Klingons. They just cling on to you, and they want you, they want your money, they want your emotions, because they're not happy. They're not willing to captain their own ship. They'd much rather be a slave on your ship. So for me, it's all about understanding, reframing. If you don't know a lot about your mind and your emotions, then I would recommend start reading books about that. And there's too many to mention, right? Whatever book you feel drawn to that you think will help you see yourself in a new light, then get that book. I have thousands of books I've literally read, but I want you to start attracting with you, around you, right? If you're open to it, the books will come to you, the people will come to you, the videos will come to you, just like this video. So hopefully that gave you an idea of that. Once you are the commander of your ship, then you'll understand cryptocurrencies and relationships and yourself a whole lot better. So that's about what I have for you today. So subscribe, like, all that good stuff. If you have a comment, leave it down below. If you want me to talk about something different next time, definitely leave me that question and I'll give a deeper dive into it. Because this coaching, this mentorship, this esotericism can go in any direction and as deep as you can imagine. So I'm just trying to keep it superficial for one thing, but we can go deep. And just like cryptocurrency, we can look at things superficial, but when you're ready to deep dive, it means you're ready to deep dive into your own life. Make sense? That's all I got for you today, guys. We'll look forward to seeing you next time.